The episode opens with Lucius's successful escape, facilitated by a companion who summoned a colossal dragon. The dragon's devastating attack obliterated the surrounding landscape. Haruto, furious at Lucius's survival, is later approached by the princess. She offers him an apology, remembering how he rescued her at the academy, a debt she felt unable to repay. She also brings up the false accusations that led to his expulsion. Haruto dismisses her apologies and tells her never to use the name Ryo again, urging her to forget it entirely. Overwhelmed, she weeps and apologizes once more. Haruto then offers to accompany her back to the palace. The scene changes to Haruto's friends caring for the injured and mitigating the widespread damage from the dragon's assault. People sweep and clear debris from the ravaged area. Elsewhere, Dokugwane receives treatment for wounds sustained during the demon army's attack on the palace. Although they successfully repelled the demons, thanks to Master Hiroki's intervention, Princess Flora has been abducted by an unknown person. Rowena is distraught, blaming herself for allowing the man near the princess, oblivious to his malicious intent. Haruto is now in pursuit, and everyone anxiously awaits his return. Relief washes over them as Haruto reappears, and they rush to greet him. He escorts the princess into the palace. During their conversation, Haruto reveals his knowledge of the kidnapper's identity, admitting a long-held resentment stemming from a past incident. We then see Lucius, gravely injured, receiving medical attention from his friend. The friend cautions Lucius against further confrontations with Haruto, advising him to concede defeat, as he is clearly outmatched. With a missing arm and his strength diminished, he is significantly weaker. Back at the palace, the princess receives a warm welcome. Rowena, overcome with guilt for entrusting Flora to Lucius, bursts into tears. Everyone expresses their profound gratitude to Haruto for his heroic actions. Later, Haruto sits with his friends, clearly troubled that Princess Flora now knows his full story. He had specifically requested she forget the name Ryo. His friends reassure him of her integrity, believing she won't reveal his secret. However, Haruto argues they can't risk waiting and must depart for the spirit village immediately. He recounts the tale of Lucius, describing how Lucius murdered his mother before his very eyes when he was a boy, leaving an indelible scar. The scene transitions to Haruto in a meeting with the king and his advisors. He inquires about Via Lucius. The king admits to having some knowledge of the man. Lucius, a low-ranking nobleman, once aspired to be the king's sword, even sparring with the current title holder, Sir Alfred. However, Lucius's family's downfall prevented his appointment, fueling his resentment towards Beltrum and likely motivating the princess's abduction. The king adds that a more pressing concern is Reyes, an ambassador from the Broxia Empire, rumored to have clandestine ties to Marquis Orbio. Haruto mentions that Reyes's face was obscured, preventing identification. The king promises to mobilize his forces to gather intelligence and locate Reyes. He then offers Haruto a reward, but he politely refuses, expressing gratitude but requesting attendance at the evening banquet to see Satsuki. A few days later, Masato and his friends prepare a lavish breakfast, which they all enjoy together. Haruto, having been outside, rejoins them. His sister embraces him warmly, delighted by his return. He reassures them and shares news of his friend Satsuki's heroic exploits in the kingdom of Galak. They all agree to attend the banquet. After finishing their meal, they depart for the celebratory event that evening. The recognition banquet is a grand affair, and Haruto is honored amidst resounding applause. With this, Haruto's tale concludes.